Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Let's talk a little bit about retirement planning. Subject here, 5 things to do to boost retirement saving. Well, 1, be certain that you have some type of strategy for retirement. 2, start early. The sooner you start, better off you're going to be in the long run. Building up that nest egg is the priority. When you're young, it's easy to feel like there's no rush to save for retirement. But before you know it, you might find yourself in your 50s or 60s and nowhere near your retirement savings goal. If you're in the 25 year bracket right now, you're probably going to need about $2 million for retirement to live really comfortable. That's liquid. That's liquid assets. And you're not going to get that from Social Security. You're not going to get that from your 401k. You're going to do this independently, and you need to take advantage of Roth IRAs, and you want to put as much money as you can. And you want a reasonable return in the long run. I'm not giving any investment advice, but the long run, it looks like that stock market thing over there has generated a little over 12.5% annually. Keep in mind that, like any investment, there's no certainty, and there's going to be the roller coaster ride. But the roller coaster ride seems to go higher and higher with time. In other words, you're going to see dips, but then it's going to reverse, and it's going to go higher. Why? Well, there's a couple principles here. A company, a very large company, in order for them to stay in the market, so to speak, they need to increase their prices based on inflation. What you're looking at is an investment that hedges against inflation, and they pass that on in terms of higher costs to you. So you, if you own an Apple, if you own a Procter & Gamble, if you own a Walmart, you're going to see that the pricing, everything that they sell, is going to increase with the rate of inflation plus. Now, if you're into technology, well, they make their money in their profit margin. They being a Microsoft, a Google. Google's an advertising company. But something like Microsoft, where they have a 45% margin, well, they're well ahead of inflation. So the idea here is to have a great portfolio and earn something long term that will grow. Even if you started saving early, you might have concerns about whether you have enough for your retirement years. Changes in employment benefits, longer lifespans, and rising healthcare costs are all increasing the burden of saving for retirement. If you're getting closer to retirement and don't feel you have adequate savings, what are you going to do to boost your nest egg? A good first step is to determine how many years of retirement you might need to plan and save by using the Social Security Administration Life Expectancy Calculator. It's a great tool. Check it out. Then you can use a retirement calculator to figure out how much you should be saving. And if you want to dive even deeper, the FINRA's retirement calculator to see whether you need to save even more. Take advantage of tax advantage retirement plans. One way to catch up is to contribute more to the tax advantage plans, including individual retirement accounts, IRAs, and workplaces like 401ks. If you're 50 or older, you're eligible to contribute beyond the maximum contribution limits. I have plenty of videos on that. Check it out. Whether you're employed or self-employed, one of the simplest ways to save is through automated investment plans. I'm not going to go down this road. The key thing here is whether you're self-employed or if you're working for a large company, there's no excuse. There's enough programs, and you can check out a YouTube playlist. Check out retirement. It's going to be quite a few videos on the self-employed, or if you want to boost your 401k, or if you don't understand what a Roth IRA is, check it out. Explore ways to cut spending. That's key component number 2. Cut back. You don't need this or that unless you're a billionaire. Be sure to control your finances efficiently and see if there are any ways you can reduce your spending now. Start by taking a hard look at your current budget. Budgeting is a function of how much money's coming in and how much is going out. If you have long-term debt, get rid of it. If you're still working on your mortgage, pay it down. Consider working longer. I had a discussion the other day about retirement. And the person I was talking to said, well, if I retire, what am I going to do after retirement? And that's a great question is, if you retire, do you really retire? Or do you just direct your energies elsewhere? So think about that. Are you hard and fast? I put in my 25 years, I put in my 30 years, or whatever the number is. What are you going to do after that? Get serious with extra money. If you receive a raise, inheritance, bonus, or tax refunds, resist the urge to splurge. Instead, allocate that extra cash to your retirement, possibly via an account with tax advantages to maximize your savings. And then evaluate your investment fees. I was just reading, here it is, sometime in 2025, that Vanguard just stepped in last week and lowered fees. Lowered fees across the board. And that will trickle down to almost all ETFs and all mutual funds. The point is, find a great performing tool, be it an ETF, a mutual fund, or stocks, and find the lowest fees, because the fees just negatively impact your overall performance. Keep that in mind. Comment. Let me know where you are in terms of your retirement, whether you're young and you're going to brush it off. I like having fun. I'll worry about that later. Or are you in that 30 to 40 year age bracket? You're going, yeah, I need to take this stuff seriously. I'm not going to speculate on, what is it? On these coins, on this Bitcoin stuff. I'm going to get serious and I'm going to set up my retirement plans now. Or if you're in your 50s, close to 60s, and you'd never set aside any money. If you're in the construction industry, it's renowned for the lack of retirement planning. They pass that burden on to the workers. And then the workers are going, are you in catch-up mode? Or do you have a well thought out plan? If you do, pass it on. Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Hope that helped. Thanks for watching. See you soon.